Awesome. Okay, I'm here with number 41, Ayden Valencia. After tonight's game, how are y'all going to prepare for Pflugerville next week?
We got to prepare mentally and physically. I mean, this week we put in a lot of work in the classroom, just with film study and everything. And I mean, we faced three really good D1 quarterbacks these past 3 weeks. But just next week, I think mentally preparing ourselves a little bit better is going to benefit us.
Awesome. Do you have any shout-outs?
Shout out my family. Shout out the whole defense. Shout out RJ. Shout out my girlfriend Reese.
Awesome.
We'll also talk to someone on defense. Will you please join me in welcoming up junior secondary, Ayden Valencia. Come on up, Ayden. Let's give it up for Ayden. Ayden, man, you're getting like a little extra interview time this week because you were on Fan Stand, man.
Yes, sir.
Talk about that interview. What's that like getting interviewed by fans? Those are great guys. Emily England does a great job. Talk about that, man.
It's kind of just like I don't know, like you come out of the locker room after the game and they're like, get ready for your interview, and you just got to prepare yourself. So,
how does that help you going forward? You know, some of these interviews, I like doing them because sometimes you guys, now you've already done it, so I can kind of pick on you because you did a great job, man. But how does that help you develop when you're talking more in communication, those interviews with Fan Stand, and then ones like being up here, man?
For me, communication is a really big thing. Just being able to speak to somebody, I feel like, is really important. So just doing well in interviews like that, I think, is a big deal.
And this one's live. You know, whenever we go on, we have about, I think, 14,000 people that watch this on Wednesday night. So you're just giving you a hard time, man. Well, hey, you know, this a little bit here on the defensive side of things. What's really been your role, and how do you lead the guys as a junior? You know, there's some leadership there for you as well. Talk about your role and really what you're doing to help lead your team this year, man.
Yes, sir. I've been bouncing around from linebacker and safety and just kind of all around. But I think just being there for everybody and being there for the team wherever they need me is a role that I like to play. Wherever I can get the most playing time, that's where I like to be.
Awesome, man. What do you – I mean, you just answered it, but, you know, deep down maybe there's a – do you like playing linebacker more? Do you like playing in the back more, secondary? What about that?
I have to break it to Coach Aguirre, but I think I like being with Coach Pat and the linebackers more.
Okay. All right, Coach Pat, if you're out there, Coach, we're sending you a little love tonight, Coach Patterson. What have you enjoyed so far this season, man?
Everything, really. I mean, this is my first year being on varsity, and just that step from going from JV to varsity is such a big – it's just leaps and bounds. It's way more than I expected, but it's a lot more fun. And I feel like the team is a lot more connected, and we're just a band of brothers.
Awesome, man. Well, as we continue to talk to junior secondary Ayden Valencia, you know, a tough loss this past week. Your positive takeaway and overall thoughts versus Cedar Park. And you notice I said your positive takeaway. We keep it positive here on the Coaches Show, man.
Of course, of course. It was a really tough loss, but I think just going into these next few weeks, I think just the mental preparation needs to be there just a little bit more. The preparation in the classroom, like film and everything, that's really important. But, yeah.
Can you talk a little bit more, too, just about the culture and you guys on the defense? You talk to it kind of being a brotherhood or a family. Can you expand a little bit more on that, man, and what that means to you having those guys back there with you?
I always know that those guys back there have my back, and they know that I have their back. I mean, it's a trust and it's a bond that can't be broken between us. So
awesome. That
makes that nice.
So as we continue on here this season – you know, we're deja vu. Now, you weren't on varsity last year, but as you know, the team was 3-3, 0-2 in district to start. Last year, Georgetown moves ahead all the way to the third round of the playoffs. What's your expectations as you guys finish out district play now?
Just coming into these last few district games, I'm expecting us to win out. I mean, making playoffs and honestly just going as far as we can with what we got, but I think we can do it. I know we can do it.
Awesome. We know it, man. We know you guys can do it, so we'll get the clap going. Look ahead to Pflugerville. Your thoughts on Friday. What's the preparation been like, and what are you looking forward to about that game, man?
I'm looking forward to just making a lot of big plays. I know that last week kind of felt like a breakout game for me, just kind of getting my name out there a little bit more and making bigger plays. But I know that this week their run game is really big, so just stopping the run and getting after it.
Awesome, man. A few last questions here. Who are some of your role models, man? Who do you look up to?
I would say on the defensive side, I look up to Taco. He brings energy every single day, and, I mean, he's just a great leader. I would say Saul, just as a safety, I mean, he's kind of just taught me a lot of things that I need to know just coming up to that next level, you know. But offensive side of the ball, I would say Coco, honestly. Coco brings the work every day.
There he is.
He's
he brings the hair too, man.
He brings the hair too. But yeah, those are my role models. My dad, of course. My dad, my family, they're always there for me, and I know that they'll always be there.
Awesome, man. Family's in the house first time tonight. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank y'all for being here. We used to give away $50 gift cards to very first-time guests, but we just ran out of them, so we apologize for that, folks. What does it mean to you to be a Georgetown Eagle? What does that G represent, man?
I mean, just it's a blessing to me, just being able to call myself a Georgetown Eagle and being able to say that I'm part of that band of brothers and just that brotherhood that being on the football team brings. I just love everything about Georgetown.
Future plans, man. Where do you want to be?
I want to get a scholarship. I want to go to the next level, play college football. I don't really know what I want to be yet, but something in medical field.
Awesome, man. There's a couple of guys working in medical here tonight, too, so I think that's a good field to be in, man. So,
yes, sir. Finally,
camera right there on you. Who do you want to shout out to tonight from Georgetown?
I want to shout out the entire defense. I want to shout out the entire offense. I want to shout out Coach Griff. I want to shout out my girlfriend. And, yeah, that's that.
Awesome, man. Let's give it up. Hey, stay right here because we're doing trivia.